Looking for love and dating apps and DMs. Looking for love and nothing is sticking. Seeing red flags, getting catfished. What's up? Gotta do now that I found two gals and that'll help me. I just can't wait to get adjacent to you. Looking for love.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent Single Ready to Mingle. We have a sexy single in the house.
We do.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you.
I'm just meeting you. Have you met Evelyn?
No, we just met. I listened to her podcast interview with Danielle, and I was like, Danielle, I mean, can we have her on our show? And she was like,
so if you have not listened to Danielle from Court of Connection, stop, drop, and roll. Go listen to her. Come back, and then let's learn about one of her closest friends, Evelyn Atkinson, in the house.
Thank you. It's so good to be here. And I'm just so inspired by what y'all do.
Oh, wow. Thanks.
And all the beautiful things that I've heard about you through Danielle. So thank you for having me.
Well, we're so glad you're here. How do you know Danielle before we get deep into the Single Ready to Mingle?
Yes. So I have mentored her for probably over 10 years, as well as her best friend and two of her other roommates. Yes, Jordan.
Oh, fun.
And two of her other roommates from way, way long ago. That's how I know her. And it's been just such a beautiful witnessing of her blossoming over time. And it's just, I get such a feeling of awe watching women fully step into their voice and their authentic expression. There's nothing better.
It is such a gift that you're doing for people and helping them realize their full potential.
Full potential. And Danielle, when we met with her, we talked about light and light attracting light.
Yes.
And I see that already.
Yes.
I see the connection, why she would be drawn to you.
Well, thank you.
That's wonderful. So you are a mentor.
I am.
And other with mentor, is there anything else that you do in your life?
Okay, this is going to get wild.
Okay.
My college and career path have no linear sense at all.
Okay.
So we're going to go for a roller coaster here.
Okay, let's do it.
There was not podcasting when we were in college. So same.
Okay. So I started off with a welding degree.
Wow.
What the actual
welding.
Nice.
Yes.
You would be the hottest welder.
I know.
Also, I would like tick, 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 in my little high heels and my little outfit. And then I would take them off, put on my Doc Martens and this big jumpsuit, like ex-military jumpsuit.
Very
and like
sexy.
Put my hair back because I didn't want to have to change clothes in this nasty ass bathroom.
Right.
So I would just put my stuff on over my cute outfits because I'm not going to look like a man.
Right.
You know? So yeah, I discovered at 19 years old that welders make $80,000. And back then that was like a lot of money. I'm like, wait, you're telling me that I just need to go to a year of school and make 80 grand? Well, clearly,
listen up, everybody.
Clearly I am making the superior choice here.
Yeah. Yes.
So I did that and surprise, surprise, did not become a welder.
Okay.
Got an EMT license. Then I became a nurse and I hated it. Got into medical management and started and opened a couple, a treatment center for a company in California here in Texas. And that was super fun. I love to create. I love to build. I'm very entrepreneurial, business minded. So it was great. It was really fun. And then I got totally burned out. I was working 50 to 60 hours a week on call 24/7. And I had this scare of potentially having cancer. I had to quit my job. I couldn't work for 6 months. And it wasn't cancer, thank God, but something that really came up for me during that time. I was operating in so much survival masculine energy of like climbing the corporate ladder and proving that I'm worth it and that I am successful and people need me and they can't replace me and I'm so important, you know? And what came up for me when they were taking their second biopsy and I was like, and what is this to rule out? Because like I have medical knowledge. So like tell me what it is. And they said, we're trying to rule out lymphoma.
Oh, wow.
And a part of me felt scared. A part of me felt shocked. There's another part of me that almost felt like, yes,
Okay.
This would mean I have a legitimate excuse to rest.
Oh, wow.
And that's when I knew something was really wrong.
Yeah.
When it almost felt like relief, right?
I think I've been there.
Yeah.
I think it's like, oh, if I could just break a bone, maybe I wouldn't have to go do that,
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was an incredible time period. I quit my job. It put everything in. I quit my job. Didn't work for 6 months. I became a magnetic manifester. I got into Abraham Hicks and Doreen Virtue at the time. And Eckhart Tolle, I'd started reading him in high school, but I brought him back into the game, reading Emmett Fox and, doing all the things, Louise Hay and doing all the affirmations and stuff. And I just built up in my brain, this is my practice. I'm praying and meditating 2 hours a day. I'm doing these affirmations. I am going to use my frequency to heal myself.
Yes.
And it was a really powerful initiation and rite of passage in my life, switching from this high drive, striving, but at a soul level, never really arriving.
Right.
And so much self-reliance that it's just exhausting.
Wow.
Right? And I'm going to live on pure faith and faith alone because that's all I have left at this point. And my business will be, how do I live as a spiritual being and prioritizing my internal journey over anything external. And what is interesting is I have been handed.
How old were you?
I was 25.
Wow.
maybe.
To figure it out at that age.
age.
And my poor husband at the time, he had just married me. This is 6 months post-marriage.
Hold on a second. So you went through this, got married, and then had
The spiritual awakening.
clarity.
Yeah.
Right,
So I had
clarity.
gotten married, and then 6 months later, they were like, we need to rule out cancer. And I'm like,
How did
I had this
they do
experience.
that biopsy?
They took 2 biopsies of my lymph nodes in my armpit.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
both times they didn't get enough tissue. So then they had to send me through a machine with contrast dye and all that stuff. But they finally ruled it out. They didn't know what was wrong with me, and something was really, really wrong with me. So it's a huge
because
long
the body
story.
keeps the score.
Because the body keeps the score.
Right.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So I went down the whole Western medicine road of disappointment, and nobody knows what there is going on because nobody talks to each other, and
Right.
they're not
Yeah.
trying to get creative. They're trying to put you on pills.
Yeah.
So I did that whole thing, and then I finally got into contact with this doctor that does DNA testing and root cause medicine.
Yeah.
And it was incredible. He changed my life. Simple solutions. It was incredible. I'd never felt better in all my life, even when I was a kid.
Wow.
After seeing him.
Wow.
I know.
What was one solution he gave you that really?
I did not know all these epigenetic stuff. So he tested my genetics, not the 23andMe genetics, the real genetics.
Right. Where are you from?
Right.
Where are you from?
Like, every single little code in your body, he knows what's going on. And he was like, you operate at 18% of what you should be operating in as far as methylation goes, and that affects everything: your mood, your mental health, your endocrine system, your nervous system, inflammation pathways, all detox pathways, phase 1 and 2. But let's look at this other DNA piece of you to see if it's phase 1 or phase 2, because I'm just like, what is happening here? I'm just trying to keep up with what you're saying because it's so fascinating, and nobody's ever known me.
Right.
Really looked at me as an individual, my coding, and then told me what it was
What is
and
this
what to
test?
do.
I know.
And so he put me on methylated folate, which is basically just methylated B vitamin,
Okay.
and a few other things that were indicated. And it was just how is this the solution?
Right.
It has to be more complicated than this,
Yeah.
and it's not. It's just, it has to be
Well, the
your
knowledge.
body, the
Also,
medicine
the
for your
knowledge.
body. Exactly.
The knowledge, too, is
How did you find him?
Yeah, who is this?
God,
John?
you know,
Oh,
it's just like
man.
everything, you know, you make yourself ready and God opens the door. But
true.
it's that relationship, right, between yourself and the knowing,
Yeah.
you know, yourself
And are you ready
the path. And are you ready for it?
Right.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah. So I'd gone kind of,
So you got married.
I
and
know,
went to
this poor
and then your
guy.
whole
then you had a
life.
full
And then you
spiritual
completely
awakening. and you're like,
changed.
I
Your
completely
whole-
changed. Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
completely changed. And but it was great. Like our marriage continued to thrive. We traveled the world. I manifested a dream job that was handed to me by a stranger at a party, you know, like totally random, and literally word for word checked off the manifestation affirmations that I had made about what my future career is going to be.
wow.
And the cool thing about that is
we
like,
love manifestation.
I do
I
too.
know.
Oh,
I'm like, I feel
love
like
it.
I'm pretty good at it.
Oh, girl. I mean, girl.
I'm
Let's go.
pretty
Yeah.
good at it. Yeah. But it was amazing, and there's like so much to go into there. But yeah, so that led into this whole career as a director of marketing, which I don't have an education in marketing or really even sales, but I'm really good at psychology,
Mhm.
right? And I'm an artist and I'm a businesswoman. So like it worked, right? They were like, we get it that you don't have the education. So make it or break it. We'll give you 6 months, you know,
Yeah.
fail or float, you know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
here's your chance. And I crushed it.
Good.
I crushed it for them. I doubled their income in like
Wow.
a year and a half. I did it again and again, and they loved it, and I loved it too.
Oh,
and it was
good.
enjoyable. It was easy. It was in the flow. I wasn't hustling. I wasn't grinding. I wasn't breaking my back. I was
Right.
autonomous. It was awesome. I loved it so much, and that's how I got into the next thing, which was real estate. Because insider trading is totally above board. So here I am sitting in these meetings with investors, developers, city officials, architects, all these people, and they're talking about this badass project that's going to go in over in, you know, St. Elmo Market or Bell Boulevard or the Vortex or whatever. And I'm like, so wait, this doesn't break ground for like another 5 years. Like we need to go buy some real estate over
Right.
here. You know,
Yeah.
like people need to know
Yeah.
where to invest. So I got my real estate license. And at this point, my husband and I had traveled the world. We've, you know, had our alone time and lived our lives to the fullest. And we were kind of starting to get ready to like have a kid. And so I was like, well, this will be a perfect transition. Like we'll be able to kind of work for ourselves. We'll both get a real estate license. I know all the stuff that's going on, and you're Mr. Personality, and you'll just go out and like show all the houses. And then I'm the brains behind the operation. I'll just run the whole business and do all the contracts and negotiation and stuff like that and the marketing. So we both got our real estate licenses, and this was a year before COVID hit. And we're both born and raised in Austin.
Okay.
And we're like well connected, right? Yeah. And so everybody just came out of the woodworks wanting to, and we did not have to try. We didn't have to try. We didn't have to market ourselves or anything. We just got really lucky. People wanted to work for us and work with us, and we just did a lot of business. And we also got really lucky on some flip houses.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
COVID hit, the market went crazy, and we're like, oh my God, we can't keep up. But we were making so much money. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, we flipped some houses, got really lucky, and that provided us the opportunity to have a baby and stay at home and both not have to work for at least a year.
Oh,
He went back to work around 6 months, and I have kind of not worked for 4 years.
Wow.
Nice.
Which has been great.
Yeah.
Staying home with my precious son.
Oh.
But life does what life does.
Yes. Life lives.
Life lives. And after my son was born, my husband slipped into a really powerful addiction.
Oh, no.
And it was so challenging
Yeah.
for the last 3 years of our marriage, which was heartbreaking, right?
Yeah.
And there was discussion about potentially getting divorced or renegotiating the terms of our relationship and things like that. And I stayed 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 and I stayed. And I had so much resistance, right, against leaving, and so much fear and guilt. I didn't want to lose the house that I gave birth in. I didn't want to fight over our stuff. I just wanted to love this person and see him recover.
Right.
He just could not get there. There'd be times where like he would improve and there'd be promise and potential, right? And then the universe is like, oh, you scared of losing this house? You scared of fighting over all this stuff? Girl, I got you. Light a match, throw it in. And that's exactly what happened. My car was totaled. My house caught on fire. We barely made it out alive. I lost my business, our investment, my marriage, everything that we owned like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's like,
A beautiful reckoning.
Oh my gosh.
how are you going to deal with this?
Not so much how are you going to deal with this? What work did you do prior to this to be
Yeah.
able to rise to this occasion
Yeah.
and be
Right.
grateful
Right.
instead
right.
of
Devastated.
traumatized?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, it was one of the most powerful experiences
Oh
of my life.
gosh.
And it's not without its own pain,
Sure.
right? But the way that I got to experience that situation is pure magic. And what has risen from those ashes is miraculous.
Right.
Worth it. I don't want to ask God to repeat it,
No.
but I am grateful for it.
Okay.
I am grateful for it. And it has, even from the very first day, been a liberating and freeing experience.
Wow.
I literally, and it's not like the movies.
No.
It is not like the movies. There's no time
Yeah.
to run into this room and grab this thing
Yeah.
and then run over here and
Right.
do this thing. I
You got to
literally,
get out. You got to get your kid and go.
and your brain
Right.
is just like, it's not there. Like you can't even think if you want to,
Right.
right? You're just, your body is like, survive. And then you're just autopilot, like
Right.
beelining it down the hallway, bursting through the door, grabbing the baby from the crib, running. I mean, I don't even know how I got down the stairs, you know?
Right.
Opening the door, the whole back of the house shatters. The fire, encompasses the house, like just, it's just wild. And then you run outside and you turn on the, garden hose and you're like, and you're just like, this is almost comical.
Right.
You can't even get close enough to get the water to the fire. It's like evaporating faster than it can come out of the hose. And there's this piece inside of you that clings, right? Clings to what you think you own,
Right.
what you think is yours.
Yes.
What you're attached to, the evidence of your worth,
Right.
the relics of your
Oh.
accomplishments, the things that represent your personality and preferences, and you want to jump in and save it, right? And then there's like this point, hopefully, at least for me, where it was like, okay, put down the garden hose.
Yeah.
I've got the only thing that matters.
Right.
The only thing that matters, and everything is put into perspective, and this peace washes over you, and everything is so clear. And I just stood there barefoot in my front yard, the grass like crispy brown from drought of the summer,
Right.
and I'm bouncing my babe where neighbors are behind me screaming and hollering and knocking on doors trying to get people out. And I'm at like perfect peace.
Yeah.
Look, buddy, look at the big fire. We get to see firefighters tonight. I bet you they're coming. They're probably on their way. Let's listen and see if we can hear. Like that's what I got to be
Right.
for my kid
Right.
in that moment. And it was fucking magic.
Right. Wow. Wow. Mic drop.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then what happened to your husband?
He made it out alive too.
Okay. good.
Yeah, he made it out alive. And honestly, like that moment too, I was like, okay, this is either the ashes from which we will rise stronger, or this is God, like, I keep telling you to leave and you won't.
Yeah.
So I'm going to remove every barrier you have,
Wow.
but the next one's not going to be as generous. And
Right.
it's like, I just escaped with my life only.
Right.
I'm not, the car keys have melted.
Right.
The birth certificate, the credit card, like everything.
Everything is in there.
Every
Right.
underwear, bottle, diaper,
Yeah.
like gone. So just like, okay, God, I need to listen.
Right.
And it was this this real initiation into forcing me to take action towards my own liberation.
Right.
Because I had been resisting leaving my husband.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was addicted to the hope, as so many women are.
Yes.
Addicted to the hope. Yeah.
Wow.
And so we stayed together for maybe like 4 to 6 months before I filed for divorce.
Right.
And there was this last straw moment, and I knew. And I knew, and I knew, and I knew.
Yeah.
And that was a test, right? Maybe not a test, it was an opportunity for me to step into the next version of me.
Yes.
That actually embodies the strength.
Yes.
That I've tried to cultivate for many, many years.
Have you seen the show Black Rabbit?
I have not.
When you have a moment.
Black Rabbit. Okay.
Because it's speaking to you in the plot line and then her life and the addiction. And...
Jason Bateman's an addict. Jude Law does not know how to quit him. He's addicted to his addiction.
Yeah.
And so, and that is a hard...
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's so...
a hard cord of connection. It's a hard cord of connection.
Right.
It is because we have hearts for others, right? And we see the pain and we want to help.
Right.
And we want to believe because giving up feels like failure. And it's really sad.
Well, and then there's this narrative of when people are with an addict, like, you can't turn your back on them.
Right.
And then it's like, but, at some point, you do have to listen to God. God's basically sending you all these
messages.
It's like when people say, Lord, you didn't send me a sign. He's like, well, I sent you that boat, and I sent you this, and
I burned down your house.
You didn't get on the boat.
I know.
When I sent you the boat, it was right there, or all the red flags that people see, and they're just like walking past the red flags and just allowing them. So I think there's times when it's okay. One way that you can save other people is by saving yourself.
For sure.
And hopefully he's okay. And, but boy, wow, what a big, symbolic and literal message being sent your way.
Oh, for sure.
What did you take with that? I mean, 3 months later, 4 months later, you've finalized or asked for divorce.
Yes. Yeah. I filed for divorce. He kind of went off the deep end, unfortunately. And I had to stay committed.
No.
I cannot be responsible for the pain that you feel as a result of losing access to me due to your own choices.
That's a wonderful way to put that.
Wow.
Right?
And all of the pain that you're feeling was something that you could have avoided.
And honestly, I think another piece that took me so long to divorce him was things would come up and I'd make a discovery and it would be crushing, right? And I could not bring myself to divorce this person from a place of anger or victimhood or sadness. I couldn't do it. I needed to know that I did everything I possibly could, and I needed to know that I was doing it with love from a place of mercy, both for himself and for me. And that's another reason why it took me so long. And
your clarity at such a young age is
know,
just
it's incredible.
I'm so blown away.
Yes.
Oh, my land.
Yes.
Thank you.
Incredible. Wow.
And so I got to give that to myself,
Yeah.
So when I did file, it was an act of mercy. And yeah.
Well, I'm glad you made it out alive.
I did.
Yes.
And stronger.
Yes, girl.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
And now you're on your second mountain. Is that what you're saying?
She was on the second mountain at 25. I can't wait.
I know.
I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Wow,
So it's been amazing.
Wow.
That's an incredible story.
So what have you been doing since?
Okay. Since that, I have been dating for the first time in my entire life. So I grew up in Austin.
Where did you go to school?
I went to Cedar Creek Elementary and then Hill Country Middle School.
Okay.
And then I went to like a little college prep school in Hyde Park.
Okay.
It was so quirky and so cool.
What was
Yeah,
it called?
good.
What's it called?
Griffin School.
Griffin.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Oh
where
my
Griffin-
gosh.
Yeah, that's where Griffin went.
Yes.
I mean, not Griffin, but Marianne's son.
Oh,
Garrett.
no.
Grant.
Grant.
Oh,
Grant.
it was the
He went there.
Grant
Yeah, he
size.
loved
Yeah.
it. He loved
It
it.
was the best high school
Mhm.
experience anybody could ever ask for. And I, had boyfriends there a little bit. And then I had a 5-year relationship right out of high school. And then I had a 2-year relationship right after that. And then I had a 13-year marriage immediately after that.
Yeah.
So by the time I divorced my husband, I had been with 3 men
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
since high school. Like
Yeah.
I didn't have the college experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't have the early 20s dating. Like I didn't have that.
Get ready to burn. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go.
So what a crazy and cool experience to
Right.
date when I'm almost 40 for the first time,
Mhm.
when there's like no risk of self-disrespect, right?
Well, it's
Right.
on 100%
You know
on your
yourself.
terms.
On my terms, it's fun.
100%.
And honestly, I was a little bit hesitant and like a little bit apprehensive. I don't have very many single friends, but the ones that I did have had a few horror stories to share.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're out there.
And some feedback on like
Yeah.
what app dating was like. I had never been on an app before.
Oh, my gosh.
Ever.
So funny.
Like that was just not, I didn't even have a cell phone in high school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was just like, it was fun. So I made the huge mistake
It was
of doing the app. And then I don't know how this works. So I just kept swiping for like an hour.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
Swiping
It's a
and swiping. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to put this down and like maybe I'll check it in a few days. And then you look back and you're like, oh my God,
There's
so many people now that I only have 24 hours to message. What is happening here?
So were you on Bumble?
Yes, I was on Bumble. Because I didn't want to see my ex-husband. I didn't want him to see me. Like I didn't want to accidentally pair with him. Or So
I have 24 hours. I better get started.
I know. And it's just like, oh my God, how do people do this? It's like a part-time job. I need to like quit my job that I don't even have
That's
just
what
to like
people
do
say.
this
It's
thing.
like a job. Yeah.
So anyways, it was fun at first. And then I was just like, this is a lot.
Yeah.
This is a lot.
Yeah.
But I have been having so much fun and I have manifested everything I've wanted to experience, every personality I've wanted to explore. I have confirmed that I pick really good people.
Good.
I pick really good guys.
Nice.
And
Good.
everyone that I've ever gone on a date with, they look exactly like their picture.
Okay. So no catfishing.
No catfishing. They're exactly who they say they are.
Good.
They have been profoundly respectful and kind and generous and gentlemanly. Like I've had 0 bad experiences.
Nice.
How long have you been doing this, though?
No, 2 weeks.
Probably 6 months.
Okay.
6 or 8 months.
Okay, because you would have at this point
You
brought
should
in
have,
some
yeah.
energy, but maybe your guards are up. You have protectors.
Well, I like to say that boundaries are not barriers, they're bouncers.
Mm-hmm.
They let love in and they escort unworthiness out.
Yes.
And I feel like my strategy is like maybe something I should try to sell
Yeah.
You should.
because it's working.
Hey, whatever you're selling, I'm buying. Whatever you did, I'm in.
You should. So we were interviewing, we talked about this in an earlier interview. We interviewed this comedian and he was doing the dating apps and he reached out to a coach, a dating app coach. And she really helped him fix what he was bringing in.
Right.
So you could help people. So you could market it if you wanted to.
Yes. So I have these like questions and like things I want to find out in the chats before we move to the phone. And then I have this thing that I do with the phone. And then I have my ideal first date, second date, and third date.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, tell us.
Okay. So the first date is always something super short and during the daytime.
Well,
Right.
can we start with your 5 questions?
Okay. They're not necessarily specific. So like for the person, I want to tailor it to their
Yeah.
actual,
They are.
But around ballpark.
Give us an example.
Okay, but I want to know like what you value,
Mhm.
what you're looking for, what your day-to-day life looks like. And I want to come to the conclusion of like, are you any of my red flags or green flags? Because like I need somebody who's emotionally intelligent, who's whole already, who's not seeking to fill a void, because I'm not. I've got everything I need. I don't need anything from anybody.
Good.
You know?
Which
is a beautiful place to go.
It's a good place to be in.
That right there is successful dating. You have to be whole. And you want a partner that's whole.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah. We interviewed someone and he said, I want someone who's done the work.
Yeah.
That
for sure.
I don't want somebody who hasn't, they're still carrying around the body bag of baggage. You know?
Yeah.
And they don't have to be perfect.
No.
But they need to know how to deal
with
stuff and not make it my...
I don't want your stuff to be
I love your question about how do you spend a day.
I love that.
What does
question.
your day look like? What does
question.
your week look like?
Yeah.
What does your month look like? What are your years look like? Do I fit into your life?
That's a good one.
Right?
I like that one because some people, they think they're ready and available, but they're not available. Their life is full.
Or maybe it's not full, but like, I don't want to be a part of your day to day. Like, that doesn't sound appealing to me. Or like, you never go on vacation, or you have this situation that binds you to only being able to stay here, or you travel so much that like, I can't do that. I've got a 4-year-old. I've got to stay in Austin, you know? So like, just very clarifying questions. And then, so that's...
So you asked the questions.
Yeah.
And then you said after the questions...
We can move to texting.
To texting, okay.
But I'm not going to really do that unless we're like scheduling a date. You know, by this time, they've like asked if we can meet up, and I feel comfortable in doing that.
Right.
So then we move to texting, and then that's just for the purposes of planning the date. First date is always something super short and during the day, because if I don't want to hang out with you, like I'm not going to do that. However, there's a little thing that I do between the messaging and the first date, which is a video vibe check. Because have you ever like chatted with somebody and they're so great, and then you hear their voice and you're like,
They're like, hey. They're like, hey, would you like this lollipop?
Yeah. It just is like a cringe, you know? Or there are mannerisms and you're like, you're looking for a wife and not something else, or you know, or a husband.
Yes, there's some quirky
like
things that might be a deal breaker,
right? So like the video vibe check and how they respond to like being seen, and you know, not being pre-rehearsed and being able to edit and put it through ChatGPT or do whatever. It's just like, this is the litmus test. Like, are you this?
Or the same text
person
that they're sending to about 40 other people.
Right. And so the video vibe check has been a great
brilliant
So
thing.
smart.
Yeah. And then first date and then second date is, I want to do like something, can we have fun together? So I want to do something adventurous or like fun or creative or collaborative or competitive. Right?
Yes.
Are you competitive? Are you
and what kind of
competitive?
competitive are you?
I mean, let's do pickleball. Can you lose? Do you want to like in your face? Or are you going to try to like let me win? Let's do putt-putt. Let's go paddleboarding. Let's, you know, do pickleball or throwing axes or karaoke or just anything that's an activity where it's like, can I have fun with you?
Right.
Yeah.
Playful.
Yeah. What is that like with you?
I like that.
And then third date can be something a little bit more romantic, although there probably won't be any like physical things happening that day. But like, let's sit down and like really dive in deep.
It's his shoot your shot date.
Yeah.
It's like, shoot your shot. See if this is
gonna be the right vibe.
Yeah.
For that.
So then let's like go deep and talk and like see, can you meet me there in that space? And like, are you really like behind the fun and the laughter and the details about who you are?
Right.
Wow.
You know?
Yes.
How fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how many dates have you gone on since then?
So many dates.
6 months.
So many dates. And I've narrowed it down to 3
potentials.
Okay.
And one just this last week was a sharp, immediate, and permanent fuck no.
Ooh. Of the 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what moves somebody to a fuck no?
Would you like me to go over all 3 of the very diverse gentlemen that I have been considering?
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
This is Amazing.
I love it.
Okay, first, there's the fireman.
Okay.
Hot.
Oh my God.
I mean, welding, fireman.
I mean, this might
Okay, he is the kind of safety that makes you want to fall into big, strong arms that literally save lives.
Yes.
Like, he is grounded. He is strength. He is pure masculinity embodied in not only devotion, he is devotion himself. He is self-sacrifice. He is the man that works 3 jobs so his woman doesn't have to work and and he's also still at his son's baseball game he is that level of embodiment, and it is freaking beautiful. He's the skin horse.
Oh,
He's the skin horse from Danielle's thing. He's got scars in his eyes.
Oh.
Yes.
And he's the most beautiful, and he's a soulmate for me, for sure.
Okay.
And the sex is amazing. And the soul is there, and the safety is there, like all the things are there, and he is teaching me.
Okay. And you want to learn.
And I want to learn.
Yeah.
And I am teaching him, and he wants to learn.
And he's willing to learn. Yeah.
And here's the thing. I am learning how to both love somebody and not build a life with them.
Okay.
He lives in another state, and we're in completely different life phases, right? And so can I abandon myself to love and fully open myself to that experience and whatever healing and medicine is available there for me and for him, and also not make that mean you're my end destination?
Okay.
And it's been so beautiful.
And he is on board and gets
everything from the very beginning, completely honest and transparent with everybody that I've ever dated. I'm like, this is where I'm at. This is what I want. This is who I am. I'll keep you updated. And I've absolutely done that.
No, I like
the
that.
whole time.
I like that.
Yeah.
No games.
And they've done that with me.
Yeah.
I have not experienced any games.
Good.
From anybody.
But I think it's because you have your
bouncers. You're front playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your boundaries of bouncers.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. 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 And he's beautiful. Okay. And then there is the masculinity coach.
Okay.
And he is a poet. He is the guy that
he's a coach on how to be masculine?
Yes. He leads workshops, facilitates ceremonies. He coaches people individually.
Is his name Ari?
No.
No, it is not. But I probably wouldn't say.
No,
you don't
have to say.
She was just asking because we met this other person. Kind of.
So he is beautiful. He is smoky. He is a poet. He speaks about leadership and theology and healing, and his words are like hypnotic motion. And he's physically just, carved from marble. Just like beautiful.
You're like, thank you, God.
Yes, thank you,
I love it.
God. And there has been exposed a lag between what he speaks and what he embodies. And this has been made evident by my interactions with him last week. So I intuitively I've been going slower with this guy because I when somebody is that level poetic,
yes,
he can make the word sovereignty sound like foreplay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to check you out.
Right.
And see
is it real?
How real is this, right? And so I've been kind of taking my time with this guy. And we had an experience where he had an opportunity to be in integrity, and he failed. And the mask slipped. And I had this really cool experience of having an immediate and permanent boundary that was just super loving and totally not at all judgmental. It was just like, yo, you're doing your work, I'm doing mine, and that doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
And I don't trust you, so we're not going to do this anymore. But I wish you the best, for sure. And you can get your things, and we'll maybe connect in a few days for a closure conversation, but I feel complete and I'm ready for you to leave. And it was like one of those moments where like, you're being tested by the universe, and then some like I had no idea I became that girl.
Wow.
But that was cool.
Yeah.
Like an out-of-body experience where you're like,
Wow.
oh shit, like I am both unconditionally loving you, and also access to me is not unconditional, and I can cut you out of my life without drawing blood,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And it was like so beautiful. And so he left. But then what really happened after that was he started blasting me in my text messages with all this like overly
He showed you-
self-centered emotional appeal, and he's in excruciating pain, and he's disappointed himself so much, and he can't believe he's taking the things that he wants most in life away by this shadow side of himself, and he just says it in this most beautiful Shakespearean way that just like makes your heart like bleed for his,
Yeah.
his whatever. And instead of feeling that, I felt Goddess Kali
Yeah.
draw her fucking sword
Yeah.
and say, heads will fucking roll.
Yeah.
Like I felt a sacred rage
Yeah.
that wasn't angry,
No.
but it was protection.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fiery. And I let her live in my body, and I breathed her in, and I let her be there. And I let her tell me all the things that she would tell him to destroy his ego and his illuminate all of his illusion, and just, show him the real mirror
Right.
of what is happening here.
Right.
And then I thanked her for her presence and her protection. And then I just messaged him back and said, I feel for you. I really do. And I'm not willing to renegotiate my boundaries. And I really wish you well.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. Yeah, I did that twice, and then I just stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that.
Did he continue, or did you have to block him?
I have not had to block him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got the message.
Well,
He knows.
You don't need to block him because
It's not.
he's not penetrating.
He's not penetrating.
Well, I
He's
just
not
mean,
gonna
like, did
penetrate
he
me.
continue the
Oh,
trying
I'm
to...
sure.
He did. I had to repeat it twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
But
I had to
then
repeat it twice.
He
Yeah.
figured it out from
Yeah.
there. Good.
Mhm.
Good.
Yeah. And so that's that. And what this teaches me, right, is I'm not the testing ground for anybody's practice of integrity,
No.
right? And that compassion
Either you have it or you don't.
is just the facts. It's not a judgment. And I can, I don't need to villainize you
No.
to protect myself,
Right.
or walk away. And it's okay. You're still on your path. I'm still on mine.
Yep.
And I genuinely believe that he did not have any ill intent, or like,
I think you said it. His mask slipped.
his mask slipped. Yeah.
And it's good that the
Well,
world was
I'm
protecting
grateful
you.
his mask slept for you. I'm
Yeah.
glad.
Early on.
Yeah.
For sure.
Thank
For
you.
sure.
Because a lot of times people, their masks don't slip for a long time, and then you're in so deep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's it. It's like, it's not revenge.
It was a universe
No,
protecting
It's just
you.
clarity.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
it.
just clarity.
That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his... I don't know what was said, but I'm going to assume there was some toxic masculinity situation. That might be something that somebody wants in their life. So you're just releasing him to go find somebody that works for them.
It was actually the complete opposite. It's
Okay.
like, it was interesting because he teaches masculinity, but in several ways he showed up kind of like Peter Pan.
Okay.
It's like, interesting that I'm texting you,
Mhm.
10 hours before our date, asking you what the plan is.
Yeah.
Because the masculine leads, and he
Right.
has the plan, and
Right.
he lets you know what the plan is before you even have to wonder what it is.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you would never have to text the guy
Right.
to be like, hey, like, are we still on for tomorrow? Or like,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
yeah.
So there's
No.
like a lot
Okay.
of beautiful masculinity in him. And I felt very met by him in many ways where I would not have continued to date him in the first place.
Right.
But there were a few little cracks where I'm like, yeah,
Hmm.
this one time that I had to like do this thing, like I wonder what that's about,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like
Okay,
that.
so then the third one,
Okay. I'm like taking copious notes
The-
over here.
the VP next door,
Okay.
he is teaching me
I'm sorry, the
VP.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, just taking a picture of this hotness. Okay.
This guy is the guy that every mom wants their daughter to date and marry. Like just business guy, MVP of dads, for
Yeah.
sure. He makes fun everywhere he goes. Stable, sane, emotionally intelligent, good communicator. He plans everything to a T. He's prepared. He's got the all equipment. He's going to take care of it. You don't have to worry about it. Just all of the things. Sweet, soft, gentle, cute, all the things. And he's teaching me that compatibility doesn't necessarily mean destiny. And there's a spirituality connection that's missing there for me. And so, yeah, there's so much security offered with this level of compatibility.
Mm-hmm.
Our same interest and hobbies, personality, he's definitely way smarter than I am. He's like really smart.
I don't know.
So
I don't know.
So yeah, it's a little sometimes intimidating, but there's just so much richness, but there's this little spark that I'm waiting to feel.
Oh.
And I don't know that it will be felt, right? If there's a spiritual disconnect and the soul isn't in it, security doesn't really, right? Mean
Oh boy.
destiny.
Wow.
I
I'm
mean, you're just on another level.
I know. It's incredible. I'm like, when I was dating, it was like, do you brush your teeth?
Oh my God.
Cool. That's cool. You want to go out?
You want a date?
That's great.
So I went into this.
That is so impressive.
Wow.
I went into dating not with the goal of getting a husband. So I'm not shopping for a husband,
No.
Yeah,
and
you've
I
been
don't
there.
even necessarily need to get married.
No.
Right.
I'm going into this dating experience for curriculum. I want to know who I am
Yeah.
as I
Right.
relate
I love that you're looking at it
to
as
multiple
yeah.
personalities
right.
and all these different settings. And like, you're bringing up this mirror of me and this like thing that I really love the feeling of security, and I really want you because I want security. Like,
Yeah.
isn't that interesting that lives inside of me
Yeah.
and that I want to figure out how this could work,
Right.
or like, isn't it interesting that you are bringing up this piece in me that feels intimidated by your intelligence? Like, this is
Yeah.
fascinating. Let's peek into that,
Wow.
Yeah.
or like, isn't this interesting that you made me question your integrity, and also that I am the person that I wished that I was in my 20s that shut that shit down immediately the
Yeah.
first time anything ever happened
Right.
and didn't feel guilty for making your pain go away.
I think the thing is, when people get to a level where you're at, there's no chasing.
Oh no.
It's and
No, somebody has to bring so much
informing.
value
Yeah.
to your life for it to be worth it. Because you're good.
Yeah.
I am.
You're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
need to bring so much to the table.
But honestly, it's not like they have to give me anything. And that's the beautiful
No.
thing is like, I
Just
don't
reveal
need
who you are.
just
be your
reveal who
true
you
person,
are.
and then I will.
Right.
I will know
The
like,
value you bring is just yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
But
I
it
don't
isn't-
need anything
It
else
isn't
from
about,
you.
it's not items or anything.
No,
You
no.
just have to be on the second amount.
You have to be
You
whole.
have
to-
right.
yeah.
You have to be at that next
You
level.
have to be at a spiritual
awakening
space
Wow.
that matches your vibe or brings something to your vibe.
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah.
or helps you to grow
Yeah.
in the direction you're
Yes.
wanting to go.
Yeah. So I've collected these beautiful men, and
Yes.
they've been such beautiful teachers. And I don't think I'm going to marry any of them,
No.
obviously. obviously not the second
marriage isn't
one,
what you're
but it's not what I'm
thinking,
looking for.
right.
And
Yeah.
I also feel
So the
this.
search is on.
The search is on. The search is not on. I don't think I'm seeking or looking
Nope.
for anything. I'm
Nope.
just happily, presently accepting whatever thing unfolds in front of me. And
Yeah.
it's really cool because I can feel the season ending. I can feel I'm on the 3/4 end of this, like, let's date multiple people and see how I relate to all these different experiences. And I think I'm either coming into this season where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to now meet the love of my life because I've now learned through this whole final exam on the advanced PhD pure embodiment through men course, where I answer the final question. It's an essay. And that question is, are you sure you healed that yet?
Are you sure you healed that yet?
And the answer over and over has been yes. Like that moment where I was like, I don't trust you. We're not going to do this anymore. Right. That was like, yeah, I'm sure. And like, cool that I'm her. Right.
Yeah.
And sometimes those yeses are like, yes, right. I think I've healed that.
Right.
Like, but have I? But the answer is always yes. And I think because of this season, like I know that I will never self-abandon myself again. Right. And so I think I'm entering a season where I'm ready for the level of love that calls me to a divine union. Right. And I don't know when that's going to happen, or I don't really care when it's going to happen. I have so much other beautiful things to birth into the world. This coaching program that I have, mentoring women that I love. I'm launching a business, a med spa in December.
Oh my gosh.
And so any woman that comes through my door, whether that's for coaching or for their skin, what they're really coming to me for is for their own reflection. Right. And soul work is beauty work.
Yes.
Period. And they are here to increase their sense of self, to increase their frequency, and to increase their ability to hold the beauty that they most desire in their lives. And I've been able to do so much of that work with so many beautiful women like Danielle, and to watch them fully emerge as these unsilenced, fully authentic, standing in their power and shining like a diamond states. So,
what is the class that, or the group that you work with Danielle and other women? How do people get in touch with you on this?
By referral only. I don't have a website for it. I don't advertise. It's just been, people have either met me at a ceremony I'm facilitating, or they've met me at a workshop I'm leading, or they've heard me speaking to a group of women, or they know one of the women that I've mentored, and they just kind of fall into place. They see something and they
ask. It's the Couri
ask.
Connection.
It is.
It goes back to it.
Your med spa, where will your med spa be located?
Yes, so it's called the Nude Theory, NEWD, being made brand new and reclaiming your reflection from the inside out. And it's by Radio Coffee South on Manchac and Slaughter, or not Manchac and Slaughter, Manchac and Ben White.
Yes.
Right?
You're local because she said Ben White.
Yes. Ben White, that's right. And I will be offering non-surgical facelifts and tightening.
Okay.
It doesn't use any EMFs or radiation. It's all natural, using ultrasound, the same thing that you use for like a pregnancy scan. And it's a beautiful alternative to Botox and filler. And then I'll also be offering peptides, and I won't be doing Botox and filler, but I will be offering hormone replacement and then vitamin and mineral injections as well.
Wow.
So I have to tell you.
Yes.
When we usually do Single Ready to Mingle, the questions we have, I'm like,
I know.
Because you're on this whole other level, different level. Because we're like, tell us about your creepiest date.
I don't have
like,
one.
what are your icks? What are your yes? I'm like sitting there going, I'm kind of embarrassed by my questions.
Okay, but I did have a guy that cried on a first date with me.
Oh, was that good or bad?
it was kind of beautiful, honestly.
Yeah.
Like he had been a minister, like a youth minister, like through his early 20s, and like had been married and had kids, and like was very into the church while he was getting his like degree and working as like a software sales guy. And I'm so spiritual, right? So like I'm like, let's talk about God. Like let's talk about this and that. And he was like, yeah, I just kind of like pulled away from the church after X, Y, and Z happened. And he shared about some of that, and we kind of went back and forth. And then I just said, so what is your relationship like with God now?
Oh.
You know, I asked the penetrating question, you know, and it made him realize, like, I don't know that I've ever really had a personal relationship with God. Even as a preacher, I'm teaching about God, but God was always something that was far out there, this abstract concept that you're supposed to learn about and learn the rules and act the rules and be forgiven for all these different things. But like a personal relationship with spirituality and like your own soul and your own spirit and your highest self and the creator, like and it just like it brought tears to his eyes, and he kind of started crying at the other side of the table, and he was so embarrassed, and you could tell he was so uncomfortable, and I felt so bad for him. And also I was just like, I'm just like so good to just hold space for whatever this is coming up in you, you know? And like maybe that date, and we didn't go on a second date, but maybe that date like triggered something in him that was like, I don't know, ready to maybe explore what that could be like for him in the future.
Do you feel like your energy is like changing the world?
I feel it.
I mean, do you feel that?
I feel it.
Like,
I don't know. I feel it.
I feel it.
I hope so. I mean, particularly with the women that I mentor,
right.
That feels like with each and every one of them, I'm throwing the most beautiful pebble that feels like, you know, totally magical into a pond, and that they have this beautiful ripple effect. And I hope that I hold the torch. I hope that I ignite the light within the women who have had it taken away or blown out or have snuffed it out themselves, right? Whether that be through addiction or divorce. But that's the thing, like, and same thing with the fire taking away my house, everything I owned, thought I owned, right? And everything.
Thought was important.
Thought was important, right? It is, my work is turning destruction into creation. That is my work with women, right? And even with the med spa, right? Like, you can reclaim your reflection and your inherent radiant beauty, and you can like what you see, and you can be proud of your own reflection, you know? And we can cultivate that internally and externally together, right?
I love that, because I do think sometimes we
this is going to be a movement
without poisoning yourself,
right? Sometimes we over focus on the external, but
you
know, it's like we can always. Shelly and I have a real connection with people where we're like, oh, they're beautiful from the inside and out. You know, you can see, because their beauty permeates outward. You know, because they're so beautiful on the inside. You know. It's really sad sometimes when you see people who put a lot of effort on the external, but the internal is struggling. Yeah. I love this.
Oh,
this
my
has
gosh.
been such an amazing.
I feel like I just had a spa
I feel like
treatment.
I got a massage. I feel like, I got to rework these questions.
You were a gift.
Oh my gosh,
Yes,
thank you.
This was amazing.
Well, I feel so honored to be, you know, invited onto your
we feel
show. Just
honored.
two
Well,
beautiful,
come back.
powerful women, sisters in spirit, and I'm guessing biological as well. And then just doing the work that you do to give voice to people here in Austin, and to you know, give them a platform to share their gifts and their stories.
We cannot thank you enough for taking the time and going on this journey with us and helping us to grow, because I feel like this was very meaningful, listening to you and your journey. And I'm sorry you had to go through so much, but it sounds like it really resonated in a healing.
Well, I love that
way.
you took all of it as a lesson or a learning opportunity to learn and grow. It's like Byron Katie. Like,
I love Byron Katie's stuff.
I'm like,
oh yeah.
So you brought a few notes. Did we hit everything? Is there anything missing that you wish you would have said?
No, not at all. I think we scrambled around and we covered everything.
We'll come back anytime.
Yes, will you come back?
Especially, we want to be part of your spa opening and
Yes.
engage and all of that.
Yes.
What's
I
your
love that.
timeline on your spa?
I'm hoping to open December 1st. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
like it's right around the
okay,
corner.
you guys. Wow.
Okay.
Congrats.
Well, we will put it in the show notes.
Yeah.
And if there's any time that you want to have us, if you even want to just do a virtual where we can connect with you and you can tell us what's going on with the spa, like a little mini commercial, we're happy to do it.
Yeah.
We can do it very
All
quickly
day.
from your office and
all
everything.
day.
So
Yeah.
anyway,
You're such a lovely human.
Oh my gosh, so are y'all.
we're so excited to have met you.
Oh
I
my
know,
gosh.
me too. Thank you so much.
Oh, well, Texas.
Yeah.